Yo, what's going on, guys? Sinister Skater here. Update 1.11 went live earlier today for Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and believe it or not, it's been about 1 full month since the last major update in Black Ops 4, and 1.11 has brought us new zombies content, Element 115 Day, new Blackout looting UI on consoles, zero nerf, and much more, which we're going to be going over in this video. So if you guys are on PS4, the update is about 10 gigabytes, and on Xbox One, it is about 14.7 gigabytes. PC will be getting this update this Thursday according to Treyarch, and that will be around 6 to 7 gigabytes. Be forewarned, this update fixed some things and broke some things. Broke them not intentionally, but I have no clue when they'll be getting fixed, but just so you're aware, the gunship is completely broken in multiplayer. The armory tab actually disappeared from Blackout earlier today, but that's been fixed in the last couple hours. The number outfits have disappeared. You can drown in a helicopter while you're flying in Blackout. Just Blackout overall seems really buggy. I noticed some sound issues when I was playing, so just beware. Again, not sure when these things will be fixed. They could be hot fixed like the armory tab was hot fixed earlier today. Thought I'd mention that just so you're aware. But let's start off with the PS4 weekly exclusive content before we hop into the all platform notes. Gauntlets have gone live on PlayStation 4 for zombies, and the first gauntlet we have is called Unsinkable for Voyage of Despair. And what gauntlets are 30 rounds of challenges with unique rules for each of the rounds in a zombies match. There's things like weapon restrictions, time limitations, and modifiers, etc, etc. If you fail a round in gauntlets, you get a strike, and if you get 3 strikes overall, you're out, and you earn medals and tiered rewards for completing round 10, which will give you a bronze medal, 20 for a silver medal, and then 30 for a gold medal. And you even get rewarded if you have a full flawless run up to round 30. You get a reward of some pretty hefty stuff. And all these gauntlet matches are timed, so if you're into competitive zombies, doing competitive speed runs, that is definitely supported with this. So it's pretty cool, and I actually can't wait to get my hands on it next week because it seems something interesting for zombies that actually makes you want to play zombies. There also are 3 new epic elixirs for zombies on PlayStation 4. You have Perk Up, which you gain 4 additional random perks that aren't in your loadout when you pop that. You have a Refresh Mint, which refreshes cooldowns for equipment, perks, and special weapons for you and your teammates. And then finally we have Conflagration Liquidation, which will spawn a bonfire sale. So with that out of the way, let's hop into the multiplayer patch notes for all platforms. Featured playlist this week, we got Chaos Control, TDM 100, Team TAC, Mosh Pit, Mercenary Deathmatch Mosh Pit, and Mercenary Hardcore Mosh Pit. Speaking of playlists, Elevation and Madagascar, the first 2 DLC maps, have been added to the normal map rotation for both core and hardcore game modes for your season pass holders. And the one other game mode thing you should know is that the SWAT Daemon, Combat Axe, and the EMP Disruptor have all been added to the Heist game mode. There has been a fix for the Killathon camo. They finally fixed the glitch where it now is properly unwrapped if you already had it unwrapped before. Ever since the last update, they kind of broke it and you had to like redo the challenge. It's been really glitchy. That's been sorted, so Killathon works properly now. There has been a Zero nerf. Yes, the Specialist Zero. Her hacking no longer prevents Specialist weapon and equipment usage, which is cool because now you can do some counter plays when you're being hacked by her. What is it, the Ice Pick? And I also have a question, might have to test this in further futures, but I'm wondering if a Zero can EMP or hack another Zero while they're hacking and cancel out their hack. As for other specialist fix, they patched Ruin so he can no longer grab slam through walls and floors, and Crash's TAC 5 no longer removes the hack status from teammates, those hacks being from Zero. We have 2 perk buffs. Cold Blooded got buffed. They improved the score streak targeting delay from 5 to 7 seconds with Cold Blooded, which is great because that perk was kind of underwhelming because score streaks are kind of OP in this game, especially for things like Thresher. And Team Link got buffed, and they improved the circular vision by 9% for that perk, which is a really good perk. I wanted to actually cover that in an armory analysis sometime soon. They also added announcement notifications for when Threshers are called in so you don't get wrecked out of nowhere, and they also did some care package and vehicular score streak bug fixes, and they also, finally but not least for multiplayer, added a clear all item marker button for the specialist cosmetics, which I'm sure some of you will be glad to hear. As for Blackout, pretty major update on consoles, although it's kind of really buggy right now with this update, but there's a new looting UI for consoles. When you go to loot a enemy player's stash, there is this new grid layout. It has multiple stages, it has different rows of items, and you can tab over to another row of items. You kind of just scroll through and press and hold a button to pick up what you want. And also items will stack in the stashed instead of being displayed individually. So like a stack of 3 cluster grenades will be in the looting inventory instead of having 3 across the menu. And I actually played a couple games with this new UI layout. It's actually very, very nice. Of course, I have to get used to it, but it's already much easier to loot enemies much faster on consoles. And, you know, once you get used to this over in the next week or so, it's going to bring looting to a whole new game. So I'm actually really glad to see that. They also made another tweak to Blackout. Concussions can no longer be stacked in your inventory. You can only have stacks of 1 of them now instead of having stacks of 2. And last but not least, some zombies changes. We have a lot of stuff here. It's actually some major buffs and nerfs and changes to the zombies game mode that we actually should go over this time. So 115 day. It is January 15th. It is 115 day. They are celebrating with double XP, double weapon XP, and double Nebulium plasma in zombies now through January 18th, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is pretty awesome. I actually think I'm going to be playing a lot of zombies in the next couple days and leveling up some of those weapons. They also rebalanced some of the elixirs, 6 of the elixirs. Control Z now will turn zombies for a total of 30 seconds instead of 15 seconds. Catch Back got changed to a legendary elixir to up your chances of actually receiving the elixir. Phantom Reload, they doubled the chances of getting free ammo for that elixir. And then for Swordplay, melee attacks are now insta kills for basic and vermin enemies, and then melee kills will deal 5 times damage to every other type of enemy. As for the Join the Party elixir, you respawn dead teammates when that is activated, but now you also revive downed players, but the elixir will now no longer restore lost perks. And last but not least, Blood Debt got changed. They reduced the timer from 3 minutes to 1 minute, and now the elixir just ends when points are reduced to 0 instead of killing the player. PhD slider also got buffed in zombies. This is a perk if you guys aren't familiar with it, and now fully prevents self-explosive damage, kind of like previous iterations of PhD Flopper in earlier Call of Duty games. And they also reduce enemy explosive damage from 80% to 50% with that perk. Power-ups are now more evenly distributed to appear throughout an entire round of zombies rather than being weighted towards the beginning of the round. And they also reduce the damage and spawn rate of Crimson Nosferatu, the zombie vampire things in Dead of the Night. And there also were a bunch of stability and bug fixes as usual, like we've been seeing with a lot of the zombies updates so far. They fixed things like going past Master Prestige level 1000. They fixed the Maddox dual zoom ammo glitch, just to name a couple of the highlights. As always, there's a bunch. If you guys want to read them all, link down below in the description so you can check that out yourself. But that's about it for this update. There are a few things, zombie-specific things, if you guys are into zombies, that they mentioned that are going to be coming out in the near future. So I'm going to highlight those real quick. Coming towards the end of January and the beginning of February, Mastery camos, that's Gold, Diamond, and Dark Matter, are going to be getting their own unique challenges to unlock in zombies. They're also bringing classic weapons and DLC weapons like the MP40, Damon, and SWAT to zombies. And they're also bringing Mastercraft, Reactive, and Black Market camo support to zombies. They're also introducing a new perk and a new gauntlet within the next month, which is pretty exciting. Then in the next few months, they're also looking to add public host migration and server pausing. That's right, they're going to implement for the first time ever, this is amazing, they're going to be adding a pause feature for the host for online matches and online custom games. That's going to be huge for zombies. I can tell you how many times I would have loved to have that in my zombie playing career. They're also adding split screen pause support. They plan on expanding the stats for the Black Ops authenticity stamp system, and they're also going to be adding faction callings, which they phrase this, I'm going to just read quote directly, a full season of 12 unique challenge events across zombies maps and game modes that reward never before seen character customization loot. And the progression will reveal zombies, universe narratives, and it seems like it's going to be this feature that will be some long-term support and long-term playability for zombies past Black Ops 4's lifetime when the next Call of Duty 19 comes out and things like that. Kind of like how they supported the game way past the next Call of Duty with Black Ops 3, and also going to be adding Gauntlets, of course. So That's it for update 1.11 and future stuff. You also can be looking forward to playing Blackout free. Yes, you heard that right. There'll be a video going up shortly after this with some more info on that. There's going to be a limited time game modes coming out this week and a bunch of cool stuff. I think we're going to be getting another mini update later this week, so stay tuned for that. But that'll be it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a like on the video, subscribe for future gaming, Call of Duty content, and hit the bell notification so you get notified as soon as my uploads go live. Links down below in the description for 10% off control free, as well as Into the AM apparel. You can also find other goodies down like my Amazon Associates link, links to all the gear I use to record and produce the videos, and other fun things like that. But again, thanks for watching, guys. My name's Death Stas Looting. Catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.